So this Wasabi mommy saw me, and she gave me the embarrassment of my life. She saw me and she was like, oh, where's your husband? At least by now you should be married. Hey, what are you still doing being single? Like, she attacked me, and I couldn't, before I could even say one thing, she had attacked me with like 5 different things. Like, I could not even answer her before. Guys, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have this gist for you. I went to my grandfather's burial, and you know all these oversabi mommies that when they see somebody that is single, or you're in a family, you're single, they just believe you have a problem or something is wrong with you, you're not meeting up with standards and all that. So this oversabi mommy saw me, and she gave me the embarrassment of my life. She saw me and she was like, oh, where's your husband? At least by now you should be married. Hey, what are you still doing being single? Like, she attacked me, and I couldn't, before I could even say one thing, she had attacked me with like 5 different things. Like, I could not even answer her before. Guys, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, you've not seen me in a while, and then my grandfather died. We went for the burial, you know. Everybody was in that sober mood, especially because my grandfather was somebody I lived with, you get, and I was so close to him, and it was so emotional for me already. And then you just bump into this woman, a mommy, an older woman, and then she was saying, you should be married by now. What are you still doing? Like, making you feel like, oh, you're not enough, or you're not doing what others are doing, you know, that kind of. Maybe what made it get to me was because, you know, I was at a burial already, emotional scene and all that, and I was just looking at her. Before I could even say anything from my mouth, she had attacked me like 5, 6 different things. But let me give you guys the gist. Unfortunately for her, the year before, like couple of months before the burial, I actually got married, but she didn't know. And the reason she didn't know was because it was during COVID, like shortly after COVID. I won't say after COVID, but COVID was still on, but not as intense as it was then. And so, because I wanted to get married because of COVID, we decided to do a low-key wedding, and we selected people that were invited. So we didn't invite a lot of people, but my parents had a party after the party, you know, the way people do, the way Nigerian culture is, and Yoruba people would organize a party to celebrate the success of a party. So that was what happened. My parents had a party after it to celebrate the success of the wedding, and it was that after party they invited most of their people to. But for the main wedding, they didn't invite a lot of people because I had to tell them, let's tone it down. So most people were not invited, and this woman, well, will I say fortunately for me, was not invited to the wedding. Most of my friends were invited. I invited loved ones, people that I know that I really want to celebrate my special day with, but this woman was not there, thankfully. So she didn't know, she had no idea that I was already married. And because it was a burial, you know, everybody's crying, so maybe she just, and she didn't even give herself the benefit of the doubt to believe that I was married. So as she attacked me, said everything, guess what I did? I said, I just opened my mouth as she attacked me with different things. You know, she said a lot of mean things to me, and all these things she said within the space of a minute to 2 minutes. You can imagine how somebody can be so vile to open her mouth to say a lot of terrible things within 2 minutes. So I kept it. I said, Then later, like, I just summoned up the courage because she's older. I didn't want to be disrespectful to her. And at the same time, I didn't want to tell her that I was married because of what she had already done. And, you know, for me to be married and for you to say such things to me and for me to feel bad about it. Now, imagine somebody that was not even married. So in my head, I was like, what if I was not married? This thing could have even caused depression or something. So I now told her that, I can see that you've not seen the program of the burial. That I think she has not seen the program of the burial. She just said no, that she has not seen it. Is there a program? What is this? She didn't care about the fact that she hurt my feelings or say, oh, I'm sorry. This. I didn't say anything about it. So she left and the party continued. We had to pay our last respect, all those things and all that. I didn't even remember her again because obviously it was just an emotional time for me. Guess what? She finally saw the program. She finally saw the burial program, and I knew that she would get to the point where we wrote tributes, grandfather's wedding, everybody, children, grandchildren, everybody wrote their tributes. And in that program, they classified couples together so that we'll have enough space, because it's a lot of people, you get a lot of tributes. So they wrote my name, like my husband, they wrote Mr. and Mrs. You get now. So she saw it, she saw what I wrote and everything. You need to see the speed she used to come to me. Oh, you didn't tell me you're married. Your mom didn't invite me. She was in pain. You could see the pain in her eyes. She could not believe that I could get married and she would not be invited. Like, she thought she had the first class tickets to the activities of my life, that, oh, there's nothing that anybody is going to do that she will not be invited to. I don't know what happened. I don't know how God did this. Like that day, I was very, very grateful that she was not invited, because how can you have so much negativity in you to display at a burial where you expect? So this is to tell you that some people, even if they are old, it does not mean that they have manners. Let's say that. It doesn't mean they have manners. And you can actually find rude people in all ages. Just because somebody is older does not mean that the person is a better person or has learned enough in life to behave properly. This woman was so mean to me. So when she came back, I could see the pain in her eyes. She could not believe it. She was like, my friend didn't invite me to the wedding. When did the wedding happen? Like, she was in pain. She couldn't believe it. Obviously, maybe she bragged where she was and she was saying, no, the wedding cannot happen. And somebody told her, the wedding has already happened. She's married. And so she came back. Shameless. She came back. And she came back and she was saying, oh, this. Guess what I said? I said, oh, well, we just wanted something low-key, that we didn't want to invite a lot of people. And she was like, so she's a lot of people, you get? The thing pained her, she was, but I mean, I enjoyed it, because I didn't have to be rude to her. I didn't have to stoop so low to her level, but she got the gist. Now, have you ever been in a situation where you had to just be polite to somebody that was ridiculously rude to you? Have you been in a situation like that, where somebody just decides to harass you for maybe not being married yet, or not having children yet, or things like that? Because I don't understand how somebody will be so mean, coming from a fellow woman, you understand? Coming from a woman, an older woman, that one would expect to be more reasonable, to be more polite. I was hurt, but the after effect of it, the pain in her voice, her eyes, the way she felt, I think I got the the laugh last, so to say. I was so happy. Like, it was like, oh, a burden was lifted off me. She was in so much pain. She was hurt. And trust me, I saw my mom after the wedding and I told her that this woman did this. She was so mean to me. She was this, she was that. I had to even tell my grandmother. And everybody was like, so what did you do? I was like, oh no, that I didn't say anything. They could not even believe it, because normally, if it wasn't a very emotional moment for me and all of that, I would have given her like a few words that will make her think and never try such an action with me. But I'm very happy that I didn't say anything or disrespect her, but she got the message, and I hope that she becomes a better person. Because, and if you are somebody like that, that harass people for not being married, for not having children, there are questions you should not ask people. If you know you cannot be kind, then don't say anything. Have you ever been in such situation? How did you feel?